Hello there. I thought I'd try and do a video for Easter. Um, I never know what I'm going to talk about. I try to think of something that would be, you know, beneficial or enhance the life of somebody. Enjoy. But I can't ever, I never come up with anything that I can think of to say, and yet I do seem to waffle on plenty. So here we are. Uh, A year ago today, my husband was diagnosed with his brain tumor. Um, so I guess if I had a message to anybody, it would be if you've got a partner that you love dearly, don't waste it. Don't take it for granted. Don't think, oh God, they're watching the footy or or oh, they get on my nerves or whatever. They could be gone a year later, 6 months indeed later. So I often see people out at the shops and things, and I just think, I hope you're not taking your partner for granted because you don't know how long they're going to be with you. And it's a tough ride I know many people have lost their partners in the last year because they've written to tell me so. And it is a tough ride. But I know, and the Federation were talking about the other day, they were talking about that as low as you can sink in the depths of despair, then you can indeed rise to heights of joy. And I have to say, I've got this beautiful little sanctuary that I ended up in, and I've bought my fish pond and with me, and I just enjoy um, doing my garden. I've never done gardening before, and it makes me laugh because there's a big warehouse shop. I'm sure every country has them, but there's, it's called, I don't know, advertise, I can say Bunnings. Massive, massive warehouse that does everything, gardening, painting, every bloke's birthday, you buy them a gift voucher for Bunnings. And my husband and my son, they go to Bunnings 3 times a day. They used to go sometimes. I was like, what is the matter? Now Bunnings has become my happy place. I feel goody on my shoulder laughing as I have my little list and get excited about what I'm going to buy for my garden. And I bought an archway that it was $20 in a box, and I thought it would be like a little archway, fairy could fly under. When I got it home, it's a huge archway which goes perfectly in this particular place in my house. But I was like, and we put this together how? Well, rod A, rod B, rod C, rod D, rod E. I'm like, and oh, a screwdriver. Oh, okay. Well, if you could see me with this, but I laughed, I laughed and I completed it. And I sit in that garden and I get such joy. I am so grateful for that place, for that space. And so, I do get that, as low as you can be, there are so many things that we can be grateful for. I have to say that I feel so blessed. And sometimes I think people may be thinking she's gone loopsville, because her husband's died, and she's going, oh, I'm so blessed. But I am, there are so many things that I just feel blessed for being in my life, and yes, I have dreadfully down days when I just don't know where to put myself, and all that. But then that's over, and I go, right, that's that cry out the way, and what shall I do now? And I become like, right, what am I going to do? Oh, and I create things. I hated my fridge, and I thought, oh, I'll Google how to upcycle your fridge, and you just get sticky back paper, and off you go. Off I went to my happy place, bought the sticky back paper, color coordinated with the rest of my house, and recreated my fridge. Just such joy from creating, and I think that's what people are working toward at the moment. So many people I know, you know, they've gone off the rabbit holes. They've had enough. They've had 2 years of the rabbit holes. And now they are finding their happy place and their passion, and just to be more reclusive, really, and just being with, by themselves, and being in that moment, whatever it is that one is creating. And that's what I feel, what, you know, we are being asked to do, is to just be in our own vibe, and through that joy we are assisting so greatly, you know, to lift the vibration, because it, you know, we're not babies, you know, anymore. We're not on the kindergarten path on this. We're at university now, you know, and we should know these things. That to bring your vibration down to follow something that's really miserable, you know, doesn't serve. I mean, and yes, there are times I think, well, I just want to delve into that a little bit. You know, I want to know a bit about that. And I'm like, oh dear. Yet I am aware, and I feel that it doesn't hurt to be aware of certain things, so that when the truths come out, we don't go into shock like the rest of the world. You know, we're like, oh no, been there, done it, now we can help, because we've absorbed all that, we've sent it, you know, dispersed that energy within us, and now we can help, type of thing, you know. So I think it's a thing that we really are becoming so much more aware of, what makes us as an individual being satisfied, content, joyous indeed, you know. And this laughter thing, you know I've talked about it many times before, but you gotta laugh. You have to find the funny side of things, all things, you know, because it changes the vibration when you laugh with it, whatever that circumstance is. And, you know, as I've always said, I find it very easy to laugh. I make myself laugh all the time. You know, with other people, they're like, and I'm like, oh, well, you know, win a few, lose a few, type of thing. But that laughter, watch funny movies, you know, read a joke book, whatever it takes to make you laugh. Be with friends, be with people that make you laugh. Because, you know, as White Cloud says, when they see a group of laughter down on the planet, it lifts them, it lifts the whole thing, everything. There's pockets of laughter that just lift the energy. So, you know, a good thing to do is laugh. I don't know, I'm waffling on. I always say I'm waffling on, and I am always waffling on. So I won't waffle on anymore. I will do what I came to do, which is to hopefully bring White Cloud through. I truly, when I say I don't know if the Federation are going to come through, I'm open to them coming through, of course. There's none of this, oh no, you're not coming in today, none of that. But, you know, who knows whether the energy is conducive, look at me go, conducive to them being able to come in. Because it's a very different energy from, you know, White Cloud is a breeze, as long as he's got something to say. I always say to him, look, I'm struggling to find out what I'm going to say, so don't expect me to think of what you're going to say. You get your bit done, and, you know, he's never let me down yet. But then when the Federation come in, it's a very, very different energy. Would I say more, not more taxing on me, but I have to concentrate a lot more, and it just feels very different. Yeah, there we go. So I'll get on with it, shall I? And we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? We might get Attila the Hun come through. What made you say that? Who is Attila the Hun? I know the name. It's probably some dreadful energy. It sounds like it. So let's lift that and change it to, I might get the Virgin Mary come through. That wouldn't be a first time either, I might say. Anyway, there we go. I'm going to tell you a little story, actually. Oh God, I hear you all say, but it is quite a funny story. Years and years and years ago, when I was first doing white cloud reading, so we're talking, I don't know, 18 years ago, when I first came to Australia, and I went down to this Brisbane place, this place in Brisbane, which is a big city, and I booked in 5 readings. I think no, 4 readings a day. Well, nah, don't do that. Don't do readings at all anymore. But it was full on, and White Cloud used to speak for the whole time. Well, anyway, this particular girl came in from across the way. She was a Russian. Is this appropriate? Yes, I think suddenly. Girl, and she was living with the chap who owned the pizza place across the road. Anyway, so in she comes. He hadn't told her, bless her. He hadn't told her that this Native American Indian comes through. See, she thought she was just going to come and listen to me talk to her, have a sort of normal reading. So that shocked her to start with. She, poor kid, was sitting there. And then at the end, there was always this thing of like, I'm just going to check that nothing is more needs to be said. And I felt the energy completely change. And I thought, oh, this is weird. So I was breathing, and I suddenly became, in my being, I felt like I was this old Russian grandmother sitting there. That's all I can say. Nothing like that happened to me before. And I thought, well, you're here, Lily. What would you like to say? And it took ages and ages and ages. And I am convinced that out of my mouth came the words, something on the lines of, I am so happy to be here, I love you. Something like that. Next minute, I hear all this, because I'm there with my eyes closed, half White Cloud, half Russian grandmother. What a combination. And suddenly there's all this noise. And of course I'm sitting there, and I'm like just sitting there, and I thought, what is going on? So I sort of opened my eyes, not a soul in sight. She'd gone. Gone. And I was like, oh my God, the door was open, and I thought, what? Because it was in this flat upstairs. And I thought, oh my God. And I'm sort of sitting there like, what's happening? What's happening? So I pulled myself together, went downstairs, and I said to the girl in the cafe downstairs, did you see the girl lean? She said, yes, she was crying and she ran out across the road. And I was like, oh my God. And I said, look, felt this grandmother came through and said this. Well, it turns out, because I said, I better go and see her, check she's all right, good scar of her life, what's going on. I went to see her and she was having a drink. And it turns out that the Russian grandmother came through and spoke to her in Russian. I was like, what? She said, it's nice to be here, like one sentence. She said, no. And I was like, seriously? And the poor kid had been, I say kid, she was 18, 19 or something. She had been wrangling whether she should come for a reading even because of her upbringing in religion, and was worried that if her father found out or mother found out, she'd be in big trouble. So to have the grandmother come through was a bit of a shock. And I was talking to, I don't know how long for, I can't, no idea what was said. But how bizarre is that? She said I was speaking to her in Russian. Never had anything like that since. I've had bizarre stuff, let me tell you. I've had bizarre stuff happen in readings with people or beings or whatever coming through. But that was quite bizarre. Couldn't speak Russian to save my life. This seems so inappropriate using that at this time. But anyway, there we go. I hadn't really thought of it with the energy that's going on in those countries at the moment. Without further ado, oh dear, I veered off there. Without further ado, I'm going to bring the man through. A very warm welcome to each one of you who is sitting in front of your computer, listening to a lady with a very deep voice who has changed from speaking in a normal voice to speaking in this manly voice, would we say. How does that happen? How does that work? Blossom doesn't know. Blossom doesn't need to know. She just gives permission, takes some deep breaths, and it is that the energy of who I am does the rest. And I am able to take control of the voice box. And if many of you may notice and have noticed in the past that the color of Blossom's eyes changed to a much darker color, etc. And Blossom is still in this side. She is saying, yes, I am, and it is possible for her to say it. She's going to make it happen. Yes, I am. And yet, we haven't worked in that way for quite a while, so that was quite difficult for her to make the shift, if you like. But she is always there, and we work in the middle. We join together as one. Why do I come? Because I have the opportunity to do so. And why would I miss such an opportunity to come through in this way and to offer any wisdom that you may find helpful to your life that you live upon your planet Earth? We have talked of many, many things over the years. We have chewed the cud, as they say, about all sorts of things. And yet, as you know, my friends, the reason I choose to come is to help you to understand about the love that you are. About the love that is all that is. To know love in your being, as your being, through your being. As you allow your being to expand in these days, how different you feel, do you know? Is it that you have become aware enough to be with others in a situation and listen to them and participate, and yet on another level, from your heart, you are giving out to them a love that is so deep, so strong, so bright, so full of light, and you are nodding and smiling as you are talking, maybe, and listening. But what you are doing, unbeknown to them, even be it in a supermarket, at a park, wherever it is, you are learning now. You have understood now, remembered now, the strength within you and what you are capable of doing by sending that light to their souls, to their being, to the inside of their being. And it makes a difference. You know that now. It is no longer a matter of, oh, if only I could, if only I could, if only. There is no if only anymore. There is oh, I can, I can, I can make a difference. You do not have to speak about it. You do not have to make those souls aware. No, no, no. It is a silent practice of joy. A silent practice of lifting the vibration of all around you. Because you have, I use the word worked enough, but you have taken the time, would we say, to look inside of you, to study, to remember enough of the capabilities that are of you. And with the greatest of respect, although I am saying you have advanced enough now, it is only this much that you are using compared to what you are capable of. And Blossom is aware as we are saying that last sentence that indeed another energy is present. So please allow us to have the time that is required to allow this to take place. Many thanks. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. Dearest souls, you know so well of these words that we have brought through many times via this vessel. And yet, would we call them words? Codes. We choose to call them codes, for within the vibrations of the combinations of such codes, there are gifts. that are yours to behold, for each individual has uniqueness in the gifts that they brought down with them, that were part of their makeup when coming through into the earth atmosphere. And as these codes activate your being, as you repeat in feeling, in depth of feeling who you are, and you repeat this mantra, as we call it, little by little, your unique gifts unfold. We are showing to blossom of a book, a child's book with pictures. And as you start on chapter 1, you look at the pictures and they bring joy with the color, and the words match what the pictures portray. And then you finish of chapter 1 and you start chapter 2, and more of a gift or many presents itself until eventually we are speaking too fast for Blossom. She cannot get the breath. But as you continue on, it reveals, as you open up, as you are activated, your uniqueness, the truth of who you are. And does that not bring joy? Does it not allow one to think and to feel, oh, what blessings? I never thought I would be able to, whatever that gift may be, for the self, yet through the self, to give to others, to offer to others. It may be that your particular gift remains within your surroundings, yet you choose to create something that is not to be shared with others. But do you see, dear ones, in the doing of, the pleasure that comes from you as you breathe? It ripples out to the whole. And this, dear ones, is why we place such importance upon the saying of, be it silently or out loud, and the feeling of, I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. And for now, we shall take our leave due to energy that if we continue to stay for too long will leave the vessel flat on the floor. That would be quite pleasant, she is saying to us. But we will ask the assistance of our dear colleague, White Cloud. The energy of this being to come and be with you and finish off that which we choose to offer this day. How we enjoy speaking in this way, and we trust that our plans shall be fulfilled so that we may have the pleasure of doing so more often. Our love is with you, is inside of you. My friends, I know that you will have received much love and much upliftment of your energy, of your being, by that communication. And it is that I would like to fulfill their request of continuing regarding the speaking, the feeling, silently or out loud, of this mantra. Because as they have spoken of, the Federation of Light have spoken of to you this day, they wish also for you to understand, as do I, the need, the added bonus, the extra prize of the breath. Many of you who are listening may well have worked with the breath. For those who haven't, may I explain a little bit of the power of the breath, the intake, the outtake. As you take in, do you see you are taking in everything? The all of that is. And it comes. And you release your love out again to the everything. And so that when another breathes in, they are breathing in your love and breathing out their love. to mix with the everything. Listen to your breath. Do this 3 or 4 times. Breathe in for 4, breathe out through the nose for 4. If it is your choice to breathe out through the mouth, do whichever feels right for you. Always do what feels right for you. So if you were to partake in that breathing 3 or 4 times and then enter into the peace and the power of the I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. And to repeat it for as many times that feel comfortable. And then when finished, complete the exercise with 4. And it is done. And so it is. If you practice that once, twice, 10 times, whatever suits you a day, allow yourself to become aware of the difference in yourself, the different you that you are feeling and becoming, the difference in you. And as Blossom spoke of earlier, laughter. Add the laughter into your day also. And you will notice so much more of yourself. So much more. As you become so much more of yourself. Which, of course, is why you are here. Because in doing so, of course, you are raising the vibration of each soul upon this planet, each soul, and each blade of grass, everything that is living, everything that is life, by doing this for yourself, through yourself. You are completing what you came here to do. To see this planet lift into the place that I spoke of last time I had the honor to speak with you in this way. Do you know this as your truth? Are there some of you going, no? No, there are not. Are there those saying, yes, yes, White Cloud, I know that as my truth? All of you. All of you who were chosen to be on this planet for the very reason that you are stronger than the strong. Not the strongest of the strong, you are stronger than the strong. And that's why you are walking into yourself to accomplish your given mission. Oh, how we are rejoicing, for we know what lies through to the other side, upon your planet. I shall take my leave, but first I like to have a moment or so in silence, so that all being well, I trust that through Blossom's eyes you see me and you feel the love I sent to you. Many thanks. We give thanks to the Divine Oneness for allowing this joyous occasion to take place. We ask always that we may remain humble in order to serve and to receive, and that we may continue to walk boldly as the light and the love. Adieu, my friends. Adieu. Yes, another visit. How marvellous. I hope you've enjoyed that which has been brought through. I hope you have a wonderful Easter break. I hope you have joy for the rest of your days. Thank you so much for walking alongside all these years with me, and there's many newcomers, and the tribe welcomes you all. Yeah, that's it. I certainly am not going to waffle on. So take great care. My love to each and every one. Bye-bye. Thank you.